In a medical malpractice case, when I have an opportunity to question the doctor during his pretrial testimony, can I ask the doctor whether he in fact committed malpractice? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you the answer to this question. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney, and the answer is yes, I can. As part of the pretrial litigation process that's known as a deposition, or as an examination before trial, I will have an opportunity to question the doctor whom you have sued, the doctor who you believe was careless and violated the basic standards of medical care, causing you significant harm and injury. So now, in the attorney's office, in the defense lawyer's office, the doctor whom you have sued is going to be there. And during my questioning, I will ask the doctor outright, "Doctor, do you believe you violated the basic standards of medical care?" You know what he's going to say? Of course not. Now, that's the wrong question to ask. Let me rephrase this and tell you exactly what I mean. When an attorney asks a doctor whether he violated the basic standards of medical care, whether he committed medical malpractice by omitting to do something or committing and did something, where he actively did something improper, the way to do that, to get the doctor to admit or to deny that he did anything wrong, is not to simply come right out and say, "Doctor, did you commit malpractice?" Because now the doctor's going to get all defensive because I'm accusing him, right? But there's a much better way to do that. So now, here's a better way to do that. I asked the doctor to explain what the standards of care were for a particular scenario. Doctor, when a patient comes into you with the following problems, would you agree it's good practice to go ahead and take a thorough history? Yes, I do. Would you agree it's important to record that history? Yes, I do. Tell me why that's important. Now he'll give me an answer and an explanation. Doctor, would you also agree that it's important for you to establish what's known as a differential diagnosis? Yes, I do. Doctor, a differential diagnosis is really a listing of those diagnoses that you believe this patient might be suffering from. Isn't that true? Yes. And you begin with the most likely. Isn't that right? Yes. And now you go down that list in order of most likely to least likely. Isn't that true? Yes. And in order to go through that list, in order to rule in or rule out any one of those diagnoses, you have to perform certain tests. Isn't that right? Yes. And you have to do certain clinical tests as well as certain diagnostic tests, correct? Yes. And doing those tests will help you rule in or rule out which one of those diagnoses this patient has, correct? Yes. And that will assist you in going ahead and beginning to isolate which diagnosis this is, because the earlier you diagnose this condition, the earlier you can begin treating it. Isn't it true? Yes. So now what am I doing? I'm setting up the doctor to tell me in his own words what the standard of care was for this particular scenario. Once he's established what the standard of care was, now I'm going to go ahead and focus on what the doctor actually did in this case. Doctor, let's go through your medical notes. And now I'm going to have him explain step by step, visit by visit, to explain to me what the patient complained of, why was she there, what he did, what his thinking was, what his plan of action was, and now I'll go through step by step. And after I've done all that, now I'm going to circle back and ask him whether what he did conformed to the standard of care. Doctor, would you agree that a doctor who fails to do A, B, and C in this instance, that would be a violation from the standard of care? Wouldn't you agree? So there are different ways to get this information out rather than simply coming right out and say, "Doctor, you did commit malpractice, true?" So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an inside look at what we do when we question a doctor in a medical malpractice case here in New York. You know, I understand you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit but have not done so yet, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.